a hybrid skill that is not taught in college, and it's a special edition for luxury pet moms over 40. So my name's Ron Wells. I'm a 21st century freedom writer, former certified math teacher for the state of Connecticut, full stack cyber security and cloud engineer, and your ticket to freedom. Woohoo! So today I'm going to be talking about very spicy, interesting skill that can help luxury pet moms over 40 make more sales while building a community and brand, and while doubling down on an interesting skill. Let me go ahead and talk about the skill, and it's called modulating tonality. Well, I don't know, it's kind of a mouthful. I apologize ahead of time, but guys, I want to tell you a secret. Here's a secret. Before, I was kind of, creating content, being super robotic and not really modulating my voice. And the result of that, well, let's just put it this way, it wasn't pretty. I wasn't getting any results, guys. Nothing was working. And if you are struggling with your luxury pet brand and not making sales, well, have you considered when you are creating any workshops, of course, if you wanted to make more sales and offer something for your pet product owners, for luxury pet owners, obviously you want to introduce some exclusive content. So what is the best way for you to do that, while of course increasing your chances of making more sales and for your luxury pet brand, and of course in the process of kind of making sure that people like you? How do you do that? Well, guys, look, I'm gonna go ahead and explain to you how this works. If you try to explicitly sell anything, it just doesn't work. What you need to do is modulate your voice, meaning, let's say this is completely different, guys, than in being in a corporate world or communicating with people in a corporate world. This is completely different, guys. So guys, this is a skill that is not taught anywhere, guys. This is just something that is exclusive for luxury pet moms over 40. I wanted to share that skill with you. This is the skill that many moms over 40, after they go through some of my workshops, they just get mesmerized, and they start using this skill and immediately start seeing results. Now, what is this skill? Is it AI? Is it automation? Is it digital marketing? No, none of that, guys. What it is modulating your tonality, your voice tonality. So in simple words, you probably noticed that sometimes I'm pitching my voice. Sometimes I'm slowing it down. Sometimes I'm accelerating and introducing a level of excitement. Now, of course, where did I learn that, and how can you learn that, and how can you do the same thing? Well, here's how you can do that. And guys, trust me, this is gold. This is nobody nobody actually breaks it down. And I just wish somebody sat down with me and said, Rome, stop being so robotic. Go ahead and cancel that out and just introduce some personality in the mix. I just wish somebody did that to me a year and a half ago. And of course nobody did. I was just kind of going through the trials, triumphs, failures, and tribulations of my own, evolving all sorts of other skills except this skill. And of course only recently I started developing that skill, and I wanted to show you and explain to you how you can do the same thing. And trust me, guys, if you introduce tonality, where you modulate your tonality, you're gonna see direct reflection on your socials. You're gonna be oh my god, there's more people subscribing to me. Huh? What? How does it work? I mean, man. And I know in the beginning it's gonna feel oh my god, is this a fake thing? No, I don't want to feel fake. That's not me. I just want to sell the products. I'm gonna go ahead and describe everything about the products. I need to be serious. Guys, don't be serious. Don't be. I know everything sucks. I know it. If you've seen some of my short videos, you probably see me including some of those crazy videos that just kind of hypnotize you and make you laugh and whatnot. Guys, remember, if you really wanted to level up your luxury pet game, all you need to do is introduce tonality, modulated tonality. Now, I know, some of you will say, well, Rome, I can't do that. How do you do that? How do you learn that? And I get it, guys. This is what helped me. I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna tell you like how I discovered the skill, and I'm gonna tell you how I started developing it, and like as soon as I started developing, I promise you guys, I started getting more subscribers. I would be looking at my numbers and I'm like, oh my god, people actually like my content. Maybe I should double down on that. But how did I learn it? Here's how, guys. Well, what I did is I jumped into some Russian channels and started watching some of those scientists out there who just, you know, who have this really free-spirited personality where they describe all sorts of, you know, crazy things in different types of sciences. And I was like, I bet, let me go ahead and watch something in Russian language. Oh, yeah, guys. Well, look, if you don't speak another language, it's okay. It's okay. You could still do that with American scientists and still get that skill, the modulation of your voice skill, which is extremely powerful. It will just, like, if somebody, like I told you guys, I wish somebody sat down and explained that to me, how powerful this skill was. Way more powerful than any other skills that I came across. And of course, on this channel, you see me introducing you to AI content driven automations, thread stacking, TikTok sniping, all sorts of crazy things. And like, I try to categorize those skills, those micro skills, for you to see which one, creates the biggest impact. And let me tell you this, guys. Modulating your voice and introducing those extra quirks and like almost adding like different language in the mix, that's what did it for me, guys. I see instant reflection of that in pretty much almost any video that I produce. So if to just kind of give you an example, let's say if I wanted to create a video on a TikTok live talking about any kind of I don't know, a pet product that I'm promoting, and of course I could be like, I could either sound like this: hey guys, buy this product is fire, this is it will help pets brush their like improve their health, use it, like. Or I could be modulating and I could be like, yo guys, squabble up. Alrighty, sort of like a Jim Carrey. Notice how I'm morphing kind of some of those comedian wording directly into the workshop. And of course, introducing some free-spirited kind of talking in a mix. I kind of started a little bit, hey guys, but look, this is what you want to introduce. If you introduce like super proper, everything serious, then people are gonna be like, man, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get cooked. I'm already been learning too much in school. I don't really want to watch this person. But if you introduce some of those modulations in your voice, all of a sudden you're gonna become a happy camper. Now, of course, what I have to do is perhaps maybe you will say, but Rome, like I don't speak Russian. What I do in this case, like, okay, guys, look, it doesn't just have to be Russian language. If you speak any other language, you could do that as well. But if you speak only English, you could watch Star Talk. Star Talk was one of those shows that really kind of slowed me down. It helped me develop kind of I was able to kind of grab small parts of skills from every person on that show. From Star Talk. You see, like, of course, I don't know if you guys watch Star Talk, but you know, there's this Neil deGrasse Tyson, the favorite astrophysicist, and there's this Chuck Nice and this other guy Gary, and they all kind of cracking up jokes. And at first I started watching this and I'm like, oh man, I don't know why I'm watching that, but you know what, I bet, let me go ahead and watch that. And I started watching it, and I'll be listening to what they're saying. And what I noticed Neil deGrasse Tyson does, he slows down and increases the deepness of the voice, slows down. And then I noticed Chuck Nice, he's like literally introducing those crazy laughter and all of those elements, and I was like, you know, so I asked myself, can I juggle all of those elements and introduce something like a combination of all of those people from Star Talk and from those Russian scientists that are just, you know, one Russian scientist, he's so smart, he like, you guys, like, at first when I saw Star Talk, I thought, I was like, oh my god, I went to heaven listening to some star related content, and I'm like, man, I don't know, I kind of like that, because I always used to listen to UFOs, watch UFO documentaries, I don't know, something about the stars and everything. always had me mesmerized. But this time I was like, you know, let me listen to that, I don't know, something like Star Talk. And I started listening, and I'm like, man, you know what, I think I could sort of mimic the posture and tonality, and maybe even slow myself down. And then I started started listening, and I was, first of all, I was really impressed by listening to some astrophysicists. I was like, man, my mind is exploding here, like holy smokes. But then I was like, wait a second, there gotta be some similar version of that in Russian language. So I started looking at YouTube, and I found some really interesting personalities that just blew my mind completely out of the water. And I would be listening to them, and I'm like, man, I'm kind of glad that I speak another language. But what I got out of those other podcasts was like this. First of all, I'm watching them when I'm totally cooked, when I'm ready to fall asleep. So it's not like I'm watching them constantly. But as I'm watching them, I'm listening to this person who is really free-spirited, and the way he talks, he always, like, here's his tonality. I'm going to try to kind of mimic his tonality, so this way you could kind of understand what he sounds like. And when I discovered that tonality, I immediately mimicked that right away, and produced incredible workshops over here for you guys. And immediately I started seeing even bigger results, even bigger, just by mimicking the tonality of a Russian scientist and this guy barely speaks any English. He doesn't speak any English, but the way he talks, his tonality is like this. He would start talking really, like, he would start off something like this, and he would say, hi, my name is whatever his name is, Joe something, and the Russian version of Joe. And he would say, I'm the popular person over here in Russia in anthropology, and I wanted to tell you a story about and like, okay, instead of me kind of summarizing what he was going to say, let me just kind of mimic the tonality. But basically, he would go on, and he would go on a podcast, and he would be like, all right, guys, so today we're going to be talking about something, whatever. It's not astrophysics, it's some anthropology. Yeah, that's what he's good at, finding some really, like, going back in time millions of years and figuring out all the shenanigans that used to happen with people back in the days. And he would just, in the way he would describe things, all right, today we're going to be talking about an interesting concept of how people used to survive 1 million years ago. And guys, this is the way he talks, and I was able to mimic that immediately. I started seeing more subscribers right away, guys, right away. I kid you not. Like, if you guys are burning your brain cells trying to, like, sell a digital product or a luxury pet product, or heck, any product, and, like, trying to figure this out, like, working real hard and, like, doing everything, and nothing is working, guys, just try this. You're gonna come back, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, thank you, Rome. I didn't know. I had no idea. It's gonna happen to you. You're gonna be so cooked. And of course, guys, I provide more incredible tips like this, guys, directly in this channel. And not just in terms of you marketing yourself and kind of making more money, but from the standpoint of helping moms over 40 make some money and save some money. And I know you guys already have a lot of money. Many of you are coming from luxury backgrounds and everything, but it also helps to kind of manage your money and not lose it. This is what I also help moms over 40 with, to make sure they have a tight grip on their money and work together with our brand to help you blast your luxury pet brand across socials and make it more money, like promoting other products and helping you get connected with UGC creators, that kind of stuff. So this way you're not constantly overwhelmed, because I know you guys have pets, cats, kids, and dogs to take care of. You guys really, this is not you barely think about any of that stuff, but that's what our talent agency does. We take that thinking away from you, make it simple, and of course set you up with all sorts of automations and make it super easy for you to use those automations and be such a happy camper that you're gonna come back to me. You're gonna be like, oh my god, Rome, I just needed that. I needed so much. I didn't have any of that support, accountability. I was just kind of everything was crickets for me. I was trying my best, trying to build my TikTok shop brand, but nothing was working. And until I saw your channel, I finally started getting a little bit of hope. And guys, look, this is something truly, like, incredible once you learn it. And the crazy part about it, guys, there's infinite number of skills like this. So, and how do you know when enough is enough? How do you know that you are not, like, doing this to infinity, being a process prisoner? Just, guys, like, this is why what we do, we offer mentorship for $14.99. You could squabble up together in my community. There's plenty of people over there. We also have grants available. So if you have if you're like a mom over 40 trying to build a business and don't really have enough money or anything like this, go ahead and jump into our community. We have a couple of great coaches that can help you apply for grants. and who knows, maybe you'll be able to get that grant. And if you do, that's woohoo, that's gonna be awesome. You could hire some of my feudal hustlers. We offer our packaging, our consulting for, you could buy like 20 hours of consulting, and what we do, you either use it or lose it. Those 20 hours per quarter. But the idea is you learn real quick all of those skills, you join our feudal incubator. And of course, if you guys like don't want to join feudal incubator and you just want to be in a free spirited kind of way communicating with me, then of course guys, subscribe. My subscription is $14.99. It's available on FUD. And of course we have incredible guides and workshops to guide you along the way of building your very own feudal kingdom and finally discovering freedom the way it's meant to be. But guys, I'm totally hungry right now. I'm so cooked. I got some chicken slovaki platter. I'm gonna get going. I'm super excited for you guys being here. And guys, this is new for me. I started modulating my voice only recently, so some of my workshops don't sound like that. So I apologize if some of them, when I start talking about automations, if I'm like, it looks like I'm not myself, or the other way around. Sometimes I lose myself in the process, that I don't even know what is my true self anymore sometimes. And that happens. Even a mentor needs a mentor, guys. Like, so just kind of remember that happens. Well, anyway, guys, I'm gonna get going. I need to get that food. But yeah, guys, check out some other incredible workshops. I whipped out a lot of them, like incredible workshops. Just feel free to subscribe, and I promise you, you guys are gonna love this channel. And I'll see you next time. Take care.